You know what time it is.
It's time to take a break. It's time to hang on that Mustang poetry thing.
Yeah. Hello. Episode 2. Episode 2 of that Mustang poetry thing.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. Yep. And I realized last week I never explained like what a Mustang is or what this is. Strongsville High School, our mascot is a Mustang. Mm-hmm. And then I thought, what can I rhyme with Mustang? Fang! Mm-hmm. For our poetry podcast. So that's what we're the Mustang poetry thing.
It shows that you're not too formal because you use the word thang.
Yeah, we're down with the language of the teens.
Yes.
Teens? The teens, yeah. You teens all say these things. So I should say that I'm here with National English Honor Society member, Abhi. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Abhinav Varidireddy. I'm an NEHS member.
And you are what year?
I'm a junior.
Yes. He's in my AP language class.
Oh, yeah.
He's a star pupil.
Nice.
And then we have got Mrs. Rose.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Rose. I'm an English teacher at Strongsville.
Yeah. All right. And we've got some poems to read for you today. I should say that my inbox has just been blowing up.
Oh, yeah?
With feedback from episode 1.
Really?
It's huge.
Well, we are both working really hard to be really close to the mics because that was a critique last time.
Last time it was a bit of a struggle.
But we're happy to be here.
Oh, thank you. All right, let's read some poems.
Let's.
I've got, let's see, which one do I want to read here? You know what? I feel like, let's get depressed.
Okay.
Let's depress everyone.
Well, last time you had a happy spring poem about a dog.
Yeah, that was too happy.
So we want to bring it down.
I went to the doctor yesterday.
Yeah.
And so I've been thinking about my pre-death. I've been diagnosed with pre-death syndrome.
Yeah.
I'm in the advanced stages of pre-death syndrome. There's no cure. And so here's a poem about how I'm just going to read it first. Okay, this is called His Stillness, and it's by Sharon Olds. The doctor said to my father, "You asked me to tell you when nothing more could be done. That's what I'm telling you now." My father sat quite still, as he always did, especially not moving his eyes. I had thought he would rave if he understood he would die, wave his arms and cry out. He sat up, thin and clean, in his clean gown, like a holy man. The doctor said, "There are things we can do which might give you more time, but we cannot cure you." My father said, "Thank you." And he sat, motionless, alone, with the dignity of a foreign leader. I sat beside him. This was my father. He had known he was mortal. I had feared they would have to tie him down. I had not remembered he had always held still and kept quiet to bear things, the liquor a way to keep him still. I had not known him. My father had dignity. At the end of his life began to wake in me.
That's good.
Yeah, that was a good poem.
It's like you can't, I guess a cliche way maybe of putting it is you don't really understand someone until you see how they react to death.
Yeah.
Like how they deal with their own mortality.
Or how they deal with terrible news or how they deal with a difficult situation.
Yeah. And it sounds like she kind of like had the wrong impression of, I don't know. I guess the poem's kind of based on the idea that if you freak out about your death, that's not cool. And if you just accept it quietly, there's a famous poem called "Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night."
Yeah.
Which is kind of saying the opposite. It's like you should scream and
rage against the burning,
against the dying of the light.
And
try as hard as you can to stay alive. This poem's saying like, well, it's good to be dignified and just go, all right. Mm-hmm. And she admires that in her father.
Yeah.
It sounds like she probably had a rough childhood with him.
Well, she's expecting him to rave, right? That's the word.
Right.
Yeah.
I had thought he would rave if he understood he would die.
Yeah.
And I think people have a lot of associations with the way you think things will be, and it never is really what you expect it to be.
I have a feeling I'm going to make a blubbering fool of myself when I'm near death.
Yeah.
There will be a lot of freaking out and sobbing and running around like a chicken with its head cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won't handle it well.
I don't know. For me, I feel like it's going to depend on what the situation is.
Abby, you're too young to think about these things.
Well, I mean, I've had my thoughts, and I feel like I would go pretty like calmly because I feel like I've lived a pretty good life already.
Wow.
Yeah. Like
Really?
I've completed like a lot of the things that I really wanted to do anyways.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
so,
I wish I could have that attitude.
Yeah.
All right. How about somebody else? Mrs. Rose, you want to read yours?
Sure. Mine is not sad. I really like this poem. It is written by James Wright, and it is called A Blessing. Just off the highway to Rochester, Minnesota, twilight bounds softly forth on the grass, and the eye of those two Indian ponies darken with kindness. They have come gladly out of the willows to welcome my friend and me. We step over the barbed wire into the pasture where they have been grazing all day alone. They ripple tensely. They can hardly contain their happiness that we have come. They bow shyly as wet swans. They love each other. There is no loneliness like theirs. At home once more, they begin munching the young tufts of spring in the darkness. I would like to hold the slenderer one in my arms, for she has walked over to me and nuzzled my left hand. She is black and white. Her mane falls wild on her forehead, and the light breeze moves me to caress her long ear that is delicate as the skin over a girl's wrist. Suddenly I realize that if I stepped out of my body, I would break into blossom. So I like that the poem's called A Blessing, and the idea that this is this little moment in nature. And
why do you think it's called a blessing? Because that moment in nature is like a blessing.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine. This moment in nature is a blessing, and I feel like the older I get, the more the little things matter, I guess, and that these little moments, that to me is way more amazing than these big to-dos and making everything a capital E event.
Have you ever had an emotional encounter with a horse?
I haven't, but I think horses are fascinating.
They're beautiful.
They are beautiful.
You know what? Something I don't understand quite though in that poem is it says that they're like happy together, but then it says there's no loneliness like theirs.
Yeah, it's a really standout line.
I wonder if it has to do with that the speaker crossed the barbed wire to get to them. Is it because they're like separated out? Maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of how I interpret it. And I mean, I also like too that it's like just off the highway. He's crossing the barbed wire. It's like all these things that you associate with like
man-made,
civilized, society. And there is no loneliness like theirs. Like, even though you want that to be sad, it could also be kind of happy that they're alone together in this like separated way. But yeah, that's a real standout line. Like, that would be something I would come back to a bunch of times and want to, I don't know, re-examine it. But I also love, too, just that idea that the speaker at the end is like, I would break into blossom. Like, he would become a part of nature. He's something more than just the dude who was driving on the highway in Minnesota.
He wants to be there with them. Yet, he will return to his car and go back on the highway.
Yeah.
You know, you could do this. You could go drive around until you find some horses and go walk up to them.
Yeah, there's actually a horse farm right by
you.
There's one kind of like right by me, right off the highway on Miller Road. I
think you should do that and report back to us.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Unless you burst into blossom and then we'll never see you again.
Or the horse kicks me and I end up paralyzed.
Yeah, that could happen too.
Yeah, that could happen.
And then the doctor will tell you there's nothing more that they can do.
And then it goes back to your home.
Go back to
and
my
I'll
home.
do it with dignity.
Yeah. All right.
All right, cool.
Abhi, you have now this Abhi's poem is from Ethan Coen,
Okay.
who movie lovers might know as one of the directors of The Big Lebowski. Sorry, everybody, the bell rang. And other famous movies. Anyway, so here's a wacky, interesting poem of his.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is called "The Drunken Driver Has Right Away" by Ethan Coen. The loudest have the final say. The wanton win, the rash hold sway. The realist rules of order say the drunken driver has the right of way. The Kubla Khan can button line, the biggest brute can take what's mine. When heavyweights break wind, that's fine. No matter what a judge might say, the drunken driver has the right of way. The guiltiest feel free of guilt, who care not bloom, who worry wilt. Plans better laid are rarely built, for thought seldom wins the day. The drunken driver has the right of way. The most attentive and unfailing, carefulness is unavailing. Whoever's fools are flailing, wisdom there is held at bay. The drunken driver has right of way. De jure is de facto slave. The most foolhardy beat the brave. Brass routs restraint. Low lies high's grave. When conscience leads you, it's astray. The drunken driver has the right of way. It's only the naivest who'll deny this, that the reckless rule when facing an oncoming fool. The practice and sagacious say, watch out, one side, look sharp, gangway. However much you plan and pray, alas, alack, tempest, oy vey. Now, heretofore, till judgment day, the drunken driver has right away.
Yes.
That's good.
Sad but true, right?
Yeah.
What do you think, Abhi?
Well, I think, I felt like this kind of relates to my life because sometimes I feel like some of my friends, they might not be, the smartest person,
But everything works out for them?
Yeah, everything works out for them. And, I'm not talking about her, by the way. I was just looking around to make sure, Yeah. I surround myself with some, certain types of people who get, really lucky and they, get whatever they want, even though they might not be the greatest people. And so, I basically use this as, maybe they might be a bad person, but, they still have the right of way.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really insightful for you to put that together like that.
Yeah.
Good job.
Well, it's kind of like the whole might makes right thing. If you're loud enough and brash enough to just plow through the crowd, everybody's going to get out of your way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I think one of the, best things to talk about with poetry is how it does capture something universal. And I think we can all relate to that on some level. I love how, you're able to bring it to school and, the kids who aren't as smart or whatever it is, they, as adults, for us, it really does become the drunken drivers that, and you're like, how has this dude always gotten away with it? And then, it's, I don't want to sound too cliche, but nice guys finish last, but to the nth degree, right?
And it seems like even more of a thing in our modern world where if you look at in politics, whichever side of the aisle you're on, it seems like the loudest people who have the craziest opinions are the ones who they end up on the news, they get all the attention, and everything seems to work out for them.
Yeah. That's a quotable quote, too. The drunken driver has the right of way. That's something that I feel like if somebody's talking to you about, man, why does that guy always get it? And you can respond and be like, yeah, the drunken driver always has the right of way, right? I feel like that's very quotable.
Yeah. If a crazy car is heading toward me, I am going to get out of the way.
Yeah.
And let's go, well, no. Just let him move on. Don't hit me.
I really liked that. That was a good, mature choice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks.
All right, gang. I think episode 2 was, I don't want to say it was my favorite. I can't choose
50-50.
It was pretty good. I feel good about this one.
I think we have a nice, it's a varied collection of 3 poems.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful.
It is beautiful. All right, everybody. Remember E.T., our buddy. Be good.